Avocados being on the list might surprise you. Other than the large pit and its fat content, it doesn't seem like a harmful food. It's an example of the varying sensitivities of different animals. The culprit, in this case, is a toxin called persin. Ingestion can cause nausea and vomiting. It can also potentially cause heart damage. 6 bones. We all have the classic image in our heads of a dog chewing happily on a bone. Unfortunately, it can also lead to problems, particularly if it splinters. A pet may hurt their mouth or damage their teeth when chewing on bones. If they swallow any shards or pieces, it can lead to a gastrointestinal blockage, making it a medical emergency. We don't doubt that your dog would love to chew on a bone, however, it's not worth the risk. 7 spicy foods. This one should be a no-brainer. The substance behind the heat of spicy food is called capsaicin. Research has shown it triggers a pain response in dogs. It can also increase their heart rate. Therefore, you should never offer your pet spicy foods of any kind. 8 baked goods. Baked goods are potentially harmful partially because of the spices we discussed. There's also the fat and sugar content to consider. Even a single mini donut has about 60 calories. That's a hefty chunk in a 10-pound dog's recommended daily intake of 275 calories. Obesity is a serious health issue and can increase your pet's risk of heart disease and diabetes. 9 salty snacks. Sodium is the problem with these foods. Dogs don't need much sodium in their diets. An adult only needs 0.2 grams daily. Eating too much salty food can lead to salt toxicosis, especially if the pet doesn't have access to fresh water. Signs include GI distress, vomiting, and seizures. Even though canines can tolerate salt, we strongly urge you not to give these snacks to your pet. 10 alcohol. Consuming alcohol in any form can induce ethanol toxicosis, which can affect the central nervous system. Canines are particularly sensitive to it. Ingesting causes lethargy, GI distress, and vomiting. An affected animal may also have difficulty breathing. Left untreated, it can lead to more severe consequences and even death. It's also worth noting that hops in beer are equally dangerous for dogs. 11 caffeine-containing beverages. Caffeine-containing beverages include the same methylxanthines that make chocolate toxic for pets. These chemicals can cause vomiting and diarrhea. Caffeine can also affect heart function. Signs usually begin within 2 hours. They can rapidly progress to more serious effects, such as loss of coordination, seizures, and death. 12 dairy products. When you eat dairy products, your body taps into your stores of an enzyme called lactase to break down the sugars. It's the same with your dog. However, canines, like people, produce less of this chemical as they age. Many dogs become lactose intolerant, so ingesting dairy products can induce abdominal pain, vomiting, and diarrhea. 13 raw or undercooked food. Raw or undercooked food can contain harmful bacteria like salmonella, which can cause foodborne illnesses in dogs and people. It's not just a matter of cleaning up after feeding your pet. You must disinfect everything you use to prepare these foods. Therefore, the American Veterinary Medical Association, AVMA, and FDA don't recommend giving these foods to your pet. 14 moldy foods, mycotoxins. Dogs are known to be indiscriminate when it comes to eating. If something is around, it's fair game. Unfortunately, ingesting moldy food can expose your pet to harmful mycotoxins, leading to tremorganic mycotoxicosis. This fungal condition causes vomiting and tremors within hours of ingestion. It's often difficult to treat, with some pets having tremors their entire lives. 15 poisonous plants. Poisonous plants are probably more of an issue for cats. Nevertheless, some contain toxic substances called oxalates, as we discussed earlier. Plants that also have these chemicals include pothos, calla lilies, peace lilies, and philodendrons. We recommend checking a species toxicity to pets before bringing them into your home or garden. And please like, share, subscribe, and please don't forget to give your comments, and thank you all for your time.